Welcome to day 1 of the Jordan River Rules. So the Jordan River Rules are 10 God-given strategies for moving forward when you feel stuck in life by Robert J. Morgan. And the 10 rules are: number 1, realize God means for you to move forward. Number 2, say no to discouragement and yes to strength. Number 3, step up to the moment. Number 4, find someone to help along the way. Number 5, expect God to guide you where you've never been before. Rule number 6, prepare today for tomorrow's wonders. Number 7, trust God to turn problems into pathways. Number 8, build a monument. Number 9, you're not in charge, but remember who is. And number 10, encircle obstacles with biblical faith and shout the victory. Jordan River Rule number 1, God means for you to move forward. Joshua 1. After the death of Moses, the Lord's servant, the Lord spoke to Joshua of Nun, Moses' assistant. Moses, my servant, is dead. Now you and all people prepare to cross the Jordan to the land I am giving to the Israelites. Joshua 1, verses 1 and 2. God leads us in stages. The book of Joshua is about the victory of faith and the glory that comes to God when His people trust and obey. As I begin this book, my wife of 43 years, Katrina, passed away after a long battle with multiple sclerosis. It was Veterans Day 2019, and all of us were around her bed. The nurse announced, "The time of death is 11:11 a.m. Someone said, "She went to heaven at 11:11 on 11:11. Then my son-in-law pulled out his Bible and said, "Listen to this. In John 11:11, Jesus said, 'Our friend Lazarus has fallen asleep, but I am on my way to wake him up.'" I can't describe the comfort I felt. John 11:11 at 11:11 on 11:11. Is God good or what? That is so awesome. God has many ways of comforting us, yet new chapters are difficult. I'm aware my life is entering a new phase, and I'm reminded life unfolds in stages. The stages may be bittersweet, but as Katrina would have reminded me, it's important to keep a positive biblical attitude. The day after she went to heaven, my daily Bible reading took me to the first chapter of Joshua, where I read, "After the death of Moses, the Lord's servant, the Lord spoke to Joshua, son of Nun, Moses' assistant. Moses, my servant, is dead. Now you and all the people prepare to cross over the Jordan to the land I am giving to the Israelites. I have given you every place where the sole of your foot treads, just as I promised Moses. Your territory will be from the wilderness and Lebanon to the great river, the Euphrates River, all the land of the Hittites, and west to the Mediterranean Sea." Wow, that's a lot of land. "So, no one will be able to stand against you as long as you live. I will be with you. Just as I was with Moses, I will not leave you or abandon you." This passage provides 3 truths about God's guidance. He leads us in stages, He leads us in steps, and He leads us in person. The idea of stages is introduced earlier in the book of Numbers, which Moses wrote near the end of the Israelites' years of wandering. Numbers 33, 1 and 2 says, "There were the stages of the Israelites' journey where they went out of the land of Egypt. At the Lord's command, Moses wrote down the starting points for the stages of their journey. These are the stages listed by their starting points." 3 times, we're told, God led the Israelites in stages, and when we turn the page to Joshua 1:1, they're entering another, one that brought both mourning and momentum. The Lord told the Israelites of the death of Moses, the only leader they'd ever known. New stages in life often involve mourning. They also involve morning. They represent new days in our lives. Psalm 84, 5-7 says, "Happy are the people whose strength is in you, whose hearts are set on pilgrimage. They go from strength to strength." My life has passed through a series of stages, from a youngster in a happy home, to a college student away from home, to a young single, to a husband, a father, a grandfather, from the pastor of a smaller church to the pastor of a larger church, from a pastor to a writer to a speaker, and now to a widower. Each stage has bewildered me at first, but the Lord has given me strength for every stage. Everything is under His control and orchestrated in His timing. Are you on the border of a new stage in life? Maybe a graduation, a wedding, a divorce, a birth, a death, a new job, an illness, a recovery, a new home, a move, a breakup, a new relationship, a new church, a change of some sort. Many transitions are stressful and bring mixed emotions. It's all right to feel sadness, regret, grief, confusion, or relief. But turn yourself around and head in a positive direction. Don't get stuck in the negative moods or hopeless inertia. Actress Lauren Bacall once said, "I am not a has-been, I am a will-be." I like that, don't you? That's really cool. I'll read that again. I'm not a has-been, I'm a will-be. The Apostle Paul put it better. For one thing I do, forgetting what is behind and reaching forward to what is ahead, I pursue as my goal the prize promised by God's heavenly call in Christ Jesus. Therefore, let all of us who are mature think this way. Philippians 3:13-15. Mature people think that way. I miss Katrina constantly, and I'll catch up with her one day soon, but I'm determined to go forward. Prepare for what God is preparing for you. Your next stage in life is God planned. The one who knows the way through the wilderness also knows the way into the promised land. And I love that last line so much. I'll read that one more time. The one who knows the way through the wilderness also knows the way to the promised land. So, they just had to follow him. I mean, he was going to prepare them to get through all the way through to the promised land the first time, right? But what happened? They doubted, and they spent 40 years circling in the wilderness, right, before they could actually head that way again. And finally they were. Moses had led them for those 40 years. Now he was dead, and now Joshua was going to be leading them on in. So I hope today, no matter where you're at, if you're in any of these situations and things are changing, it seems like the world is changing a lot lately, isn't it? That you just remember that the one who led you into the wilderness is also going to lead you back out again. He's got a plan for your life, and it's going to be okay. Even though it might seem really dark right now, he's got a plan to lead you out. So I'm excited to share more of these chapters with you. It's a really good book. So I hope you enjoyed part 1, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. And I would like to answer any question you may have about faith in Jesus. Just email me through my website, nancyjoytoyou.com.